Oh, we are live. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Vixen After Dark. Thank you so much for staying tuned in, tapped in, and turned on. I'm your host, Letitia Yofo. If you guys have not already joined the fam, please make sure you go ahead and smash that subscribe button and the bell right next to it. Dink! That way you get notified every time I go live. What's up, y'all? I got my little cozy heating blanket here. The power just came back on, okay? Our power went out. So I'm uploading yesterday's live video. If you watched the Mars and Leo video, that's still uploading with timestamps. Also, we are doing a new screen. I don't know, YouTube wants me to try it as if you're just viewing it from your phone. So we're going to try hot dog, which I like to call hot dog, instead of hamburger. Everyone does it backwards, or I don't know. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about, I want to discuss Jupiter energy because no one's talking about it. Jupiter's been in Gemini since May and it's retrograde, but during Scorpio season is when it's really important. Okay. So we're going to talk about that. Of course, we're going to go into the good stuff, what to watch out for, because Jupiter is a planet of expansion, right? What is going to be expanding in our lives. I'm also going to tell you, as far as your rising sign, what particular house this is affecting for you, okay? And how to flow with it and what to look out for if you're going against it. That way you know to flip it around, okay? Also, let's see, I might even do a spread for you guys today, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the juicy details and pull up the chart. So if you guys are live with me, please make sure you're commenting down below. I do have the comments up here as well. That way we can see what we got going on for today. Okay. And my tea is gone. And Pepper's crying. Pepper! Pepper! Oh my God. Anyways, guys, so let's go ahead and dive in. Okay. So when Jupiter, has hit retrograde, but now that we're in Scorpio season, I want to say this is really the time, okay, where the universe is probably nudging you at this current time to sit down and really reevaluate your goals, whatever dreams you want to materialize into this reality, to recognize the current connections that you have at this point. Okay, this energy is really going to stir up our minds right now. And looking at the charts, Jupiter is 19 degrees in Gemini. It's going to be here. It started in October 9th. It's going to be here all the way up until February of 2025. And this is why this is so important. Okay, now it's leaving everyone to believe and question, is this really what I want? Okay. Whether this is love, money, career, relationships, your morals, values, beliefs, all the things. Pepper! She's screaming at me. So it's kind of like having that one friend who's always questioning everything, okay? Only now these questions are going to be in your head. And remember, during Scorpio season, a lot of people right now, I don't know if you feel this, but the energy of the world seems kind of quiet, especially after the election, okay? So it's like, something's brewing, something's stirring. I don't know if you hear that, right? Or feel it. And you as an individual yourself, and all of us, everyone has all of these collective thoughts that could be within our minds, because in Scorpio season, Scorpio really doesn't reveal too much, right? So here's the good stuff on what to watch out for. Let's go ahead and just dive in, okay? Now, looking at the degree of where it's at and looking at all the aspects that are playing out as well, remember, Jupiter is in the sign of Gemini, okay? Gemini is ruled by the sign of planet of Mercury, which is the planet of communication, thoughts, and things of that nature. So, tons of deep conversations or deep revelations or deep information has been played out on a global scale as well as personally, okay? Mental growth is really a key factor that's also playing out, whether this is you, you know, changing your belief system, like I said, morals, values, beliefs, what you used to see as something is nothing now, and vice versa, okay? Jupiter retrograding in the sign of Gemini, remember retrogrades allow us to go inward, is bringing up a need for a little bit of more meaning to our lives, okay? This can come up even in casual conversations with other people. So, small talk with people, it's not so small anymore, because you also have Saturn in the sign of Pisces. And also, depending on where that's hitting for you, small talk ain't cutting it. It's really all about being very transparent and black and dry during this time, okay? Everyone wants to know the deep details. This is why everyone possibly is dissecting certain things. When I did the video Mars and Leo, I want you to know during Scorpio season, there could be a sort of energy to where you just get sucked in and reeled in super easy during this time. I don't care if you're just sitting there looking up something on your phone or wanting to know something, but everyone's diving deep in some form or fashion and unearthing new ideas, new constructs. This is what's happening. New philosophies right now, okay? And everyone's just realizing how much growing you need to do personally, but also, on a global standpoint as well. And some people have grown out of past beliefs, especially what's being depicted on social media through your TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever you got going on the news, the radio, whatever you subscribe to. It's allowing you to really unpeel another layer of, oh, wait, I was here with this, and now I'm switching my perspective to this. So, this is what's happening right now. So, many people, you either are getting a second chance, or you're given a second chance, or you're giving a second chance to a person, place, or thing. Okay. This could also be in the network stance of people, because we're dealing with Gemini, which is the mercurial energy. So, Gemini rules connections, okay? Now, as far as other aspects here too, you might reconnect with certain people that spark you, as far as spark your inspiration, okay? You might, I don't know, get sucked into watching a series on Netflix. You might get sucked into learning about some type of old information. You might get sucked into watching old movies and dissecting them into relating them to the world today. Whatever it is, there's something that's reconnecting the spark that's playing out, and that's the retrograde energy. Whether also this could even be old friends or people from your past could reappear with fresh vibes, okay? Or new information could come across, can really boost the energy for you to grow and want to learn, okay? Now, this is that cosmic nudge that I'm talking about. This is that respark, okay? Now, some people may come into your life again like an old connection. This could be someone you came across in passing, while you're working or while you're out and about. Now it's like, oh, I got an opportunity for you. I got an opportunity for you. You want to make some money? Do you want to do this? Oh, do you want to hang out? It could be anything. Okay. Notice how, oh, yeah, you've heard of somebody and then now they're coming back. And now it's like shifting to help you. So this could leave you, I would say, it's like you're being pushed to be realigned right now, okay? Now, curiosity is what's going to unlock a new pathway for you. So if you're curious about something, you want to learn something, you want to create a new project, you want to start something fresh, you want to join in on this new opportunity to make some money, a new job, a new place to live, you want to connect with this person to learn something, to gain a new skill set, whatever it may be. That curiosity and staying open-minded is what's going to open those doors for you, okay? As a collective, we're more likely to pick up a new hobby during this time as well, explore many new places during this time, and maybe take up even reading something as well, okay? So I know me, I have all these books, reading things. What's been calling you for so long that you've been intrigued about, okay? This retrograde is really going to give you permission to dive in. Okay, it's going to give you permission to dive in and really see where your curiosity is going to lead you. Okay, now let's kind of talk about what to watch out for during this time. Okay, there's a lot of overthinking and mental fog that can play out when you're dealing with Gemini. Okay, because it's ruled by Mercury. Okay, and Jupiter is what's expanding all of this, right? So with Jupiter going retrograde in the sign of Gemini, you know, think of it as in the sign of thought, your thoughts. Where have your thoughts been? You know, you might overanalyze a situation, or you might second guess yourself, okay? Especially during Scorpio season. Now, when everything definitely feels a little bit more intense. Let's do a real life example. Let's say, for example, you are thinking of shifting to a new career path. Yeah, you're being entrepreneur, now you want to have a job, or now you had a job, now you want to be an entrepreneur, or you're still trying to pursue other opportunities in the world right now of making money. Let's just say that's your scenario right now. So in Scorpio season, it's going to seem extra intense, and you could be paying more attention to monetary gain or your finances or building a foundation, also depending on what house is this is attracting for you. Okay, so you could be over analyzing, things could be really hitting hard for you, and you could be wondering, about so many different scenarios and pathways that you can take right now. And sometimes you'll have to catch yourself because you could be spiraling down a rabbit hole. So what do they always say? A confused mind does nothing, right? So when you have so many options, I would just say take these options and just see where you go. If it makes sense in your life right now, whether this is a connection, a relationship, a money opportunity, a new way of giving yourself self-love or working on yourself, whatever this may be, make sure that you just, make sure it makes sense, do a calculated risk and see where it leads you. Now, I would say that there's a lot of misinformation, gossip, and drama, especially when the energy is surrounded with this Mercury energy of Jupiter being in Gemini. It's expanding all of this. So, everyone's going to jump on the bandwagon with, what's playing out in the news, conspiracies, or even just dragging out the truth or trying to find some type of truth, hypotheticals, speculations, all of this can play out right now. So try not to get distracted. There are tons of distractions out there right now, depending on if you're on YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, whatever it is. You just do mindless scrolling. If there's no intention on why you're on social media and you just go on there just to scroll, imagine what your subconscious is picking up. You're already in Scorpio season in a state where you're thinking really deep in your thoughts, with Jupiter expanding this in the sign of Gemini, okay? And it's retrograding, which means it's inward. This is where people can have misunderstandings. You can be so confused. There's no clarity in certain things. So the world is confused right now, so you can get confused and you can get jumbled. So make sure you're staying focused on where you are putting your energy and set your intentions with whatever you're researching or reading or looking up or dissecting at this time. Super, super important, okay? This is where you need to double check facts. This is where it's a good idea sometimes to go watch a documentary on something, or go, fine tune some research. Really look up something that you want to buy and find it on multiple platforms before you just see the first item that you want to buy, whatever it may be. Okay, we have to try avoid spreading rumors, and that's super hard because information nowadays on these devices spread so fast like wildfire, let me tell you. So don't get pulled into the drama that really doesn't serve you right now. I would say use this energy to really figure shit out, either about yourself, your mental, physical, emotional health, okay? Or how you can build support, safety, and stability and a foundation for yourself. Dissect shit like that, health wise, whatever it may be, something that can help you, okay? Now, this is a period where the smallest miscommunication can really get blown out of proportion, okay? I would say, let's see, looking at more of these aspects here, there could be a lack of follow through on ideas. Remember, Jupiter's a planet of expansion. So you can have so many ideas to do all of these great, cool things, but it's like, what's step one? How do you get there? What do you do to get started? This could be as easy as, you know what, like I said earlier, like whatever your dreams or goals are, let's say you want to buy a car or a house, right? What are the first steps you need to take? Well, maybe something with your credit, cleaning up your credit, or making sure you have money saved. What does this look like? Starting with a planner, a calendar, writing down on your bills. This is where the methodical methods are going to come into play for you to stay on a consistent path to actually accomplish all of these things. And this is what Jupiter and Gemini retrograding really means. Going inward on yourself, okay? Because you could, like I said earlier, you could really lack following through with making sure you get these right. You can talk about it, Jupiter and Gemini being the planet, ruled by Mercury, planet of communication and thoughts. You can talk, but are you walking the walk? You can complain, you can be a complaining Cassie, right? And just never do anything. So steer clear of any energy like that. You want to be around people that have solutions. You want to be around people that have great ideas, have different perspectives, see both sides, dark and the light, negative and positive. Some people could be up here with it and you're like, wait, let's bring it back down to reality and get grounded for a second. So it's just important to see both sides, because Gemini is going to bring up all of these amazing ideas and thoughts of things that you want to do. You're probably like, oh, I wanted to do that, and oh, I wanted to go there, and oh, I wanted to buy this, and oh, I need that. But do you really need it? Is this a priority? Is this a need? Is this a desire? Is it a want? What is it? And then start from step one and then go. Okay. So grounding right now could be really tough. We have a lot of fire energy playing out right now, water as well, and with Jupiter expanding in retrograde in Gemini, which is an air sign. The moon's also in Aquarius, which is an air sign right now, but it's going to move into Pisces. So grounding can be really tough right now. You could be zipping through your day all day. Trust me, it happened to me all week. I was just go. And I was like, no, I need to sit down, ground myself, because you can just, you can spiral out like that. So when you get these ideas, write them down, put it on a calendar, put it in a notebook, a notepad or something like that, and revisit them, okay? Make sure you have energy, first of all, to even deal with whatever it is that you're trying to get into, all right? That way you can turn your ideas into action, because thoughts do become things, but putting action into it is where you can really accomplish a lot, okay? So like I said, write them down, revisit later. Try not to force big moves when a planet's retrograding like this, so quick, so fast. Really research, if you really want to get this new place, or if you really want to go in that position at your company, or if you really want to build a business, what are the steps that you need to dissect and figure out first before you say yes or before you sign on the dotted line? So these are very important key factors, okay? So let's kind of talk about bottom line really quick here, you guys. This transit is really all about mental growth, taking care of that curiosity type of an energy before you spin out into confusion and distraction. So let yourself explore. Yeah, let yourself explore. Let yourself gain new connections, right? These new connections can really place you in the pathway. For example, if you met someone last year or a couple months ago, um, now all of a sudden they're coming back, it's probably because there's an opportunity for you, whether it's, for your pockets, or it's something that's going to lead you to whatever goal you had in mind, especially if it's a good one, right? So really let yourself explore. Try not to overthink or overanalyze, okay? Because if you live there too long as well, you end up doing nothing, right? It's just a thought floating. It's like your brain is collecting all of these web pages and tabs that are open in your mind and nothing's closed. It's just sitting there stagnant. So watch out for the temptation as well to jump into any drama, because we have Mars in the planet of action, which is Leo, which I did that video that's uploading, and also fire energy as well, as far as Mercury and Venus are in the sign of Sagittarius. Okay, so we just can't stress right now if everything's not falling perfectly into place. Nothing's really perfect, but what I'm saying is, if you imagine something was supposed to happen this way because you did X, Y, and Z, it may not happen the way that you thought. And this is what's called an adjacent possibility, an adjacent opportunity. Let's say, for example, you're manifesting, oh my God, I need like $2,000 by the end of the month because I'm trying to get this or that or go here. You're going to start, getting these opportunities coming in, but it's not exactly how you wanted it, but it's making sure that you're getting that money through somebody else as a vessel, because you said that, but you weren't detailed on how you wanted to receive it, but you're receiving it in an adjacent way. So make note of that, okay? Now, this is a cosmic reset for everybody. Like I said, Jupiter is going to be here all the way retrograding until February of 2025. This is after, what's going to happen, the big dun-da-da in January. So this is a cosmic reset for your mind because it's retrograding. This is internally for you right now. So I would say really enjoy the ride. Make sure you're writing things down. Something about the pen to the pad helps you remember versus putting it on a device. You can put many things on devices and apps, but you might not, take the action, okay? Sometimes our phones can be very annoying and you just don't even want no notifications, or you just zip through stuff without reading it. Our attention spans have shortened over time. So writing it down, seeing it, having a vision board or a calendar or a note board, a notebook, everything, that I feel like that's going to be a key factor here too as well. All right. So I would definitely say continue to dive to see what Jupiter and Gemini has in store for you, what's stirring up. I'm going to go into each house right now. So let's talk about the houses, okay? As far as what your rising sign is. Each house is going to shake up something different for you. You could probably have already been feeling this or seeing this happen right now. So here's kind of what you're going to get out of each role with this different energy, and kind of what can go down if you resist it, okay? So let's talk about it. Aries rising. So Aries rising, this is going to be in your third house of communication. So this is kind of a good thing. Also, your local environment, siblings could be involved in this as well. So if you're flowing with this Jupiter energy here, I mean, it's all about learning to say exactly what you mean without the fluff, pretty much, okay? This retrograde is definitely going to make you rethink how you're communicating or conversing with other people. And those people could be the ones that are close to you, like your siblings, your neighbors, the community that you frequent, social media, okay? So it's really time to get real. set your intentions with everything that you say and do. If you have some cool ideas, this is your time to really workshop them, write them down, refine them. Because if you're going against this energy, expect a lot of misunderstandings. Someone might misunderstand you, you might misunderstand somebody else. There could be awkward conversations that could be occurring as well. Maybe some unnecessary drama that could be stirring the pot too. So, trying to force your views on somebody might also be a little bit messy. I'm just saying, just throwing it all out there. Okay. Um, Oversharing could be a thing too. Sometimes you don't have to tell everybody everything. Gossiping could be a thing. That's not going to do you any favors. So people might, give you a side eye if you're doing that. Taurus rising. This is going to play out in your second house. This is the house of money, value, your self-worth, right? So if you have Jupiter here, this is going to be a period for you to rethink what truly matters to you. What do you truly value during this time? Okay. Especially regarding your money, especially regarding your morals, values, and beliefs. Okay. It's really a great time to budget, clear out the clutter, because you're confusing the universe if you have everything just dismantled, messy, junky. It's like you really don't want anything new and you don't appreciate what you already have, right? So start really thinking about, what are you working towards financially right now? Focus on maybe building some new skill sets. What are some things that you can put your time and energy into that will pay off later? Okay, for the long term rather than chasing those quick wins. All right, because if you're going against this, you could be clinging to old spending habits, which really didn't get you anywhere but BROKE. You could be ignoring the urge to really redefine, your worth. You could be just saying like, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, whatever. It's all good as long as it's something. You don't want to do that, okay? Because then money's going to start slipping through your fingers. Overindulging could also be a thing as well. Impulsive shopping, retail therapy, giving away your time for less than what you deserve. Like, do you know your worth? Pretty much, okay? Jupiter's going to make you feel a little bit more sure of yourself, okay? Not just your self-esteem, but your wallet too, when it's in the second house. Gemini rising, this is going to be in your first house of self, identity, your appearance, okay? So if you're flowing with this energy, this is a great shift for you. You're going to reevaluate your whole look, how you dress, how you look, how you show up in the world, to the public, to people. Maybe you're drawn to a different style. You might even dye your hair, okay? You never know. You might change your whole wardrobe. Okay, so get comfortable with switching it up. Okay, let yourself really explore all of these new ways of thinking, all these new parts of you that are going to be coming up for you, and refine them without rushing. Just test the waters, okay? Because if you're going against this energy, you're going to try to cling to what's old, your old looks, or force yourself to stay the same when you know you want change, okay? You may end up feeling out of alignment, kind of like you're playing a character that doesn't even fit you, so it's going to feel awkward. It's like you're going to keep pushing yourself and reevaluating constantly, okay? It can kind of make you come off as fake or ungrounded. People around you might kind of pick up on that too. Cancer rising. This is going to be in your 12th house. This is a spiritual house. This is a Pisces house. This is a house of healing, your subconscious, right? So if you're flowing with this Jupiter retrograde right now during this time, this could really give you a deep pull. You may want to retreat or go to a retreat and really focus on your inner world right now. Is your mental health okay? Do you have a therapist or someone that you can speak with? Okay. This is a golden time for meditation, journaling, documenting, stuff that you would typically normally avoid for yourself. This is a time to go in on that. Okay. Become your own parent, become your own healer, understanding and overstanding your patterns, and letting some baggage go that's unnecessary right now that could be weighing you down. Because if you're going against this, you could be trying to escape that inner work by avoiding being alone. You got to always be with somebody, okay? Or numbing out, vices. Um, you might even have unexpected feelings kind of bubble up in the worst moments. I wouldn't say worst, I would say when it's very inconvenient. So resisting all of this energy might leave you feeling a little bit emotionally drained without knowing why. Okay. Leo rising. This is going to be in your 11th house. This is your house of friendships, goals, community. So the retrograde in your 11th house is definitely going to really encourage you to evaluate your social circle. Who are you kicking it with? Who are you talking to? Are they matching up with your long-term goals? Are you the smartest person in the room, or are you able to learn something from them as well as they can learn from you? Which friendships are more genuine? Which friendships are more supportive? Are they uplifting? Which ones are draining you? Okay, these are going to be questions that you're going to be asking yourself. So it's a really good time to get real about your own dreams and goals and see if whoever you're kicking it with and hanging out with is matching that. So are they, I would say, are they actually aligning with your values? You could say that as well, okay? Or are they based on what you think you should be doing? Because if you go against this energy, this is where you could be hanging on to shallow ass friendships that have no value, and or it could be people that are forcing you on goals that are not even yours, that aren't even authentic to you. You could feel isolated. You could feel like the people around you aren't your tribe. They're not there for you when you need them, right? It's like, hey guys, I'm moving. Crickets. So it's like the universe is really testing your crew, okay, your aspirations right now. And if they're not solid, I mean, exit stage left. Things can get a little bit shaky when it's in your 11th house. Okay. Virgo rising. So this is happening in your 10th house of career, reputation, public image. So if you're going with the flow of this, Jupiter in retrograde in your 10th house could really have you reassessing your path to success. Do you want to have a job? Do you want to be an entrepreneur? Do you want to move up in your company? Do you want to step down? Do you want to have more responsibility, less responsibility? What is it that you want to do right now? Do you want to retire? Wherever you're at in the world. Are you building a career that is fulfilling you, or are you just doing it to make some money? Or are you following a path because someone said you should have a white picket fence and a 9 to 5? So it's kind of, this energy is going to ask you to really go deep and to really refine how you want to be seen. What do you want to accomplish in the world? Okay. Because if you go against this, then you could end up staying with a job that you hate. You could end up in the red if you're trying to build a business with no financial backing. Or your public image is just trash. You might feel very dissatisfied. You might feel overworked. You might feel disconnected from what even it is that you're doing at this time. Okay. You might be trying to control how others perceive you. Okay. What else? It's, instead of you being authentically you might be stressing about what looks good and what looks sincere, but you might be coming off insincere if you are going against this energy. Libra rising. This is going to be in your 9th house. This is the house of beliefs, higher learning, travel. So for you, if you're going with the flow with this Jupiter energy going retrograde in the sign of Gemini, this retrograde is definitely pushing you to really rethink your belief system, okay? Maybe even get curious about new perspectives. So whatever you learned in grade school or high school or college might be totally different now depending on where you're at. It's a good time to start studying, gain some courses, what's been calling you, what, maybe even planning a trip to explore the world, to learn something and physically be there to understand the culture. Okay, what aligns with your soul right now? Okay, go slow and really let these changes change your perspective. That way you can build upon all of this in a natural way. Because if you're going against this energy, you're going to be trying to clean old, outdated beliefs like baby boomers, how they won't, let somebody younger teach them something. It's kind of going to be that energy. Staying closed minded, feeling stuck, stagnant, missing out on something, fear of FOMO. It's like you're missing out on something bigger. You could feel uninspired. You could be very stubborn at this time. You got to allow this energy to really expand your mind, especially when it's in the ninth house, period. Or you're going to start feeling narrow and limited. Okay. Scorpio rising. So this is going to be in your 8th house. This is a deep, deep house. This is your house, actually. So this is going to be about shared resources. Okay, any shared resources you share with anybody, your personal transformation, and any deep emotions that's kind of been locked away. Okay, so if you're going with the flow of this Jupiter retrograde, okay, in the sign of Gemini in the 8th house, it's a season for deep transformation for you, especially around intimacy, around any debts that you may have as far as money. What have you been holding on to emotionally that you haven't been expressing? So if you have loved ones, family, or a lover, it's really time to allow them to know what you've been feeling about them. This is a perfect time for also deep self-reflection. How have you been feeling about yourself and the decisions that you've been making lately? Are they aligning with whatever it is that you want? Have you been tackling any old fears or doubts? Any old emotional baggage that you want to nip in the bud? Okay. Lean into that self-work and you're going to feel a lot lighter and you're going to feel way more grounded. Because if you go against this energy and you avoid this emotional deep dive, you're going to feel weighed down. You're going to feel like there's a ton of weight on your shoulders. You're going to have all these unresolved issues. Your shared resources or money may become stagnant and not flowing. And you might even face certain conflicts around shared finances, even secrets. Okay, you might skip work, which can lead to explosive situations, because if you skip work and you won't be able to do the things that you want to do, which is going to force you to feel a little bit uncomfortable. And I'm pretty sure you'd rather feel comfort, right, a little bit as you're going on your journey. Sag rising. This is going to happen in your 7th house of relationships, partnerships, okay? So I would say Jupiter retrograde in your 7th house is going to really ask you to look closely at your connections right now. It's really expanding. Are these relationships balanced? Okay, this is about giving, not receiving. It's about giving. It's about, is this equal? Is this balanced? Making sure that the people around you are truly invested in you and that really support you. Hey, what's up? Purple Magic, how are you feeling? I'm lovely. I would say, so really checking to see, are they really there for you? Was they with you when you were shooting at the gym? You know what I'm saying? And now you're on the elevator up. Okay, it's really going to allow you to just really reevaluate your connections right now. So don't be afraid to really renegotiate certain boundaries that you have with people, because if you go against doing that and you just have people hanging around you and sticking with you and following you and you're talking to them, giving them your time and energy, you're holding on to toxicity or one-sided connections that don't mean shit. So this retrograde is definitely going to make it clear who's there for you and who's not. Okay. So in the relationship department, whatever ship you're sailing, things can get very intense. And it might feel like people are drifting away. Just let it go. Let people go. Some people are in your life for a reason and a season. Okay. So don't force connections. Ignoring any of these issues will leave you feeling drained as fuck. You might feel out of sync with people who actually really support you, and you're just not tuning in. Okay. Cap rising. This is happening in your 6th house. This is your health, daily routine, your work environment. So if you're flowing with this energy, this is your sign to really rethink your routines. What are you doing on a daily? Are you clear about these things? Are they going towards something greater than you right now at this time? Okay. Are you caring for your mind, your body? Really important, because in the 6th house, this is where health really, really matters. Making healthy habits for yourself is definitely going to be key. Maybe you need a refresher. Maybe there's certain foods or drinks or things that you may need to eliminate or add into your day-to-day routine. Are you craving healthier snacks or are you craving junk, right? Do you have a balanced schedule? Are you working too much? Are you not working enough? Or are you having enough work and play? Okay, this is where you're going to be questioning these things all the way up until February. So small improvements can really help your day-to-day living. Get a Trabbit hacker app on your phone if you need to. Put in, I drink water every day. I made my bed every day. You can track really good habits for yourself. There's an app for everything, okay? No excuses. And that can remind you to take your vitamins or remind you to do something that you started doing that you want to do. After 21 days, boom, you've created a new habit for yourself. And then it becomes subconscious after that, like riding a bike, okay? Because if you go against this and you ignore the urge to make any type of new changes for yourself, then you're going to start burning out, and that's going to creep up on you, and you're not going to have energy to carry out what you need to carry out, okay? You might also face some setbacks in your health, work, routine. It's just going to remind you that something's off, okay? So neglecting this energy means really feeling probably sluggish, uninspired, disconnected, drained, and you don't feel like doing anything of your daily grind, and that's not going to be good for you. Aquarius rising. So this is going to be in your 5th house of creativity, fun, romance. Okay, so if you're going with this flow, I would say this is going to be in your 5th house, and this is definitely going to push you to rethink what really brings you joy, what makes you happy. Not you pleasing other people. We done with Libra season. We're in Scorpio season. So what really allows you to express who you truly are, okay? It's really a great time to revisit those things. Maybe some old projects that are collecting dust, or some things that you used to be into that you no longer do anymore, okay? So this is even maybe rethinking romance if you're single, so explore really what brings genuine fun and passion into your life. Because if you go against this energy, it'll feel like you're chasing shallow thrills, okay, or forcing creative shit to happen when really it's not up your alleyway. You're gonna start feeling uninspired real quick, real fast, and the spark might be missing in something. You could feel blocked, uninspired, and this is if you're fighting it. So let yourself explore playfully, without expecting any type of immediate results. Okay, you gotta trust the journey. Pisces rising. So this is gonna be in your 4th house of home, family, your roots. Okay, so with Jupiter retrograding in the sign of Gemini all the way up until February of next year, it's calling you in your 4th house for a reason. Maybe reconnect with your roots. Revisit, where are you from? Now, I'm not saying go to ancestry.com. No, I'm not saying that. We don't trust those. But I'm not saying give your blood and DNA to somebody. Oh my God, there was some DNA place that was found, or information got leaked to. I forgot the name of it. Anyways, but redefine what home means to you. Home can be internal, it also can be external, right? It's a great time to really work on any family dynamics that could be broken in your home or in your immediate environment. Okay. It's a great time to redecorate, feng shui, make your space feel a little bit more nurturing. Okay. Digging deep into any type of emotional foundation, making, strengthening those bonds that are within your home. Okay, it's going to be very important. And this will definitely set you up for success and feeling more secure when you go to your place of sanctuary. Because if you go against this, ignoring home and family issues, it can make going home feel uncomfortable and you just want to be outside all the time. No, I don't think so. Okay, so you can feel restless and uneasy. You could feel like something's off in your personal life, and that's not going to be good. So you might feel ungrounded or disconnected, and that doesn't feel good either. So little domestic annoyances could really occur and could start piling up if you don't, act upon these things. Okay. So, bottom line, you guys, with Jupiter retrograding in the sign of Gemini during Scorpio season, it is a deep review of time and energy. Where are you putting your time and energy into right now? What is it that you're trying to build upon? Your home, your family, your love life, your career, just to have a place to call home, whatever it may be for you. It's all hitting deep and it's all expanding these thoughts in our mind in a deep way. And resisting this energy and not working on it can cause tons of friction. So you may want to recognize where you're putting your time and energy, because that's something you can't get back. Okay. Flow with the current and figure it out. You're going to find things become unhidden. You're going to rediscover certain things about yourself, that maybe even the people around you. It's a beautiful thing. You never know what you could achieve until you put your mind to it, okay? Because if you fight this energy, it's going to feel like you're pushing against the wall and you're going nowhere fast, and you could spiral down a rabbit hole like in a mud pool, trying to like get your head out of water, like I'm barely scraping by, oh my god. You don't want to feel like that. It doesn't feel good, right? So embrace this realignment, guys. It's here all the way until February of next year, and just know that it's setting you up for bigger growth, okay? So thank you so much for staying tuned in, tapped, and turned on. This is your forecast, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.